So it's one of the most probably arbitrary things I've ever seen, and the reasoning behind it is so, I don't know, telegraphed. I mean, you could say that what gives you a reason to believe this, but I just go by how things sit, how it feels, and how it sits, and I don't always have empirical data. But here's the thing, right? If Joe Biden wanted to say that Easter is no more and that today is the Transgender Day of High Visibility, do you think that most LGBT anybody is interested in bumping a day over for another day when you can have it on another day? Is the whole idea is why can't we have it on this day kind of thing, and we want to bring high visibility. Who likes being highly visible? Anybody? Who wants it? Who's going to be, thank you for this gift. I want it to be so highly visible on a day that is like stigmatizing, and I want it to be on a day that make us seem trite and petty as fuck, because you can have any day you want, but it's got to be this day. So I don't think that it's all the LGBT and the transgender. I don't think they're doing it. I don't think that it's just done because it's just one more way to see if you can cause a logjam or a roadblock or an obstruction or a disturbance or any old thing, and get some kind of chaos from anybody who doesn't realize that they don't have to respond or react this way. Like, it's arbitrary. You know, like, is it going to help you to even know that today is now transgender day of visibility? Is it going to help you? Are you, if you go out and talk to anybody on the street, are they even going to fucking know? Like, maybe next year and the year after it becomes more palpable. It's like a little something that, like, once a bureaucrat changes something, it stays that way. Then they also do a litmus test, or they want to check and see if you're down, if you like the idea too. And they're keeping all this stuff in mind because normal people like me and you can't possibly keep this shit in mind because it's not motivating for us in the first place. It was never no motivation. It's not an itinerary. It was never. They're making an itinerary on behalf of people who choose identitarian politics because as of this or as of that, now this is no longer arbitrary. You know, now it's a thing. Now it has to be addressed and you have to make it more palpable, and it's going to like kind of just totally seize on the consciousness and become permeating, and it'll be the only thing that we ever talking about until, I don't know, we get rocked back to the Stone Age or something like that. Or become very rich, which is unlikely, you know. If as soon as the bureaucracy institutes inflation, the prices don't go back down. You have to get much richer. And they have no confirmation that that's going to happen, but they're going ahead with, you know, because like with a commercial license, it's how much you possibly could make, not how much the property evaluate, like not, well, you know, next to, you know, residential and stuff. Commercial property evaluates higher, not because it's actually special magical like land, but because they know that you can bring in so whatever it can make, and that's the demand. So it makes sense. It's not just, but for a bureaucrat to change things though is not going off the basis of free market capitalism or anything like that, which is weird. It's another arbitrary thing. Because socialism and capitalism is married. They go together. Socialists and capitalists are always together. They're always found together. They seem like they're enemies, but they have to be together. They have to go together. Unless it's blockchain or something. If it's humans just in, if humans are playing these roles, then it's not what it is. You know what I mean? Like, we'll say that there's no perfect form of government. That's not true. every form of government is perfect. Socialism, capitalism, fascism, all of them are perfect. It's that there's a human aspect that pollutes it. So like one will have a specific, be more specific than the other one, you know what I mean? Like, crony capitalists, or socialism, it's the Iron Curtain of fucking gatekeepers that polarize and galvanize us, and they foster reductive reasoning, which is more in line with something that they can fucking control. And they need that because there's no reason or sense or logic to any changes for us that they want to make. It's something that they've seen down the road, and we're too busy being humans to even know that we should be paying attention to that. And because it doesn't make you a better person to alienate somebody for some shit that they probably don't even have any idea. If I went up to a trans person right now and said, what day is it? They're going to be like, oh, it's Easter. Like, how many fingers am I holding up? They're going to do like this to me.